Speaker Udeze celebrates workers, urges continued commitment. Anambra moves to standardize local government legal services. UK High Commission visits INEC, promotes a credible 2027 elections. Wajesha condemns xenophobic attacks on Africans in South Africa. Note: Monday sit-at-home has ended in Anambra State. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has fully restored socio-economic and academic activities. With renewed confidence and sustained peace, Anambra is back on the path of progress and prosperity. Be part of the success story. Good morning and welcome to the news. My name is Nonye Nwokoye. As the Anambra State workforce join their counterparts all over the world to celebrate this year's International Workers' Day, the Speaker of Anambra State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Somtochukwu Udeze, has described the nation's workforce as the true strength of the country, as well as the engine that drives the nation's economy. In his goodwill message to Nigerian workers, especially the state workforce, on this year's International Workers' Day, Right Honorable Udeze acknowledged the sacrifice and resilience of the state workers in building a veritable civil and public service system in the state, noting that the present administration of Governor Chukwuma Soludo has created an enabling environment for workers to operate with fulfillment and job security. The Anambra State #1 lawmaker, who appreciated Governor Soludo for achieving a reformed and transformed civil and public service in the state through provision of enhanced remuneration, training and retraining of workers, prompt payment of salaries, pensions and gratuity, among other motivational incentives, maintained that the state government has continued to reward productivity. Right Honorable Udeze commended the state workforce for doing the state proud by distinguishing themselves among their counterparts, especially in the national and international competitions where Anambra teachers and other civil servants have continued to secure first positions, adding that the robust partnership between the state government and workers has yielded positive transformation. He enjoined workers to shun acts capable of smearing their reputation or image of the state government, but to remain committed to their duties at all times. The Anambra State House of Assembly has moved to strengthen legal coordination across local government administrations within the passage of an amendment to the Anambra State Local Government Administration Law 2024. The executive bill, which swiftly passed through first and second and third readings during plenary, was sponsored by the Deputy Majority Leader, Honorable Jude Apua, and received support from the Minority Leader, Honorable Jambosco Akebobi. Our correspondent, Emmanuel Chibata, was there and now reports.
Effected changes to Section 101 of the Principal Law through the insertion of a new provision with subsequent renumbering of other sections. Under the new provision, legal representation for local governments in court proceedings may be handled by lawyers from the State Ministry of Justice as assigned by the Attorney General. However, the law also allows local governments, subject to the approval of Attorney General, to engage private legal practitioners to represent them in court.
A law to amend the Anambra State Local Government Administration Law 2024 and for other connected purposes. Third reading taken and passed.
Away now from state stories, the United Kingdom High Commissioner in Nigeria, Richard Montgomery, and the Deputy High Commissioner, Gil Lever, have visited political leaders and the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC officials ahead of the 2027 general elections. The UK High Commission disclosed this in a statement posted on its X handle on Thursday. The Commission vowed to work with all contending political parties to ensure inclusive and credible elections. Those visited include the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, 2023 presidential candidates Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, and the Chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Joash Amopito. The visits were about developments in Nigeria's political and democratic processes. The West African journalist for environment, science, health, and agriculture, Wajesha, has condemned the rising cases of xenophobic attacks against Africans living in South Africa. The group made its position known in an official statement signed by its editor-in-chief, Aminu Adamu Ahmed. The organization described Africa as a continent already facing major challenges such as poverty, disease, climate change, food insecurity, and political instability, saying violence against fellow Africans only worsens the situation. Wajesha also raised concern about the psychological impact of the attacks on victims. The group warned that the violence is also affecting relations between African countries, including trade and cooperation. Wajesha called on the South African government to take immediate action to stop the attacks and bring perpetrators to justice. On sports news, former Manchester United and England defender Ashley Young has announced his retirement from professional football, bringing an end to an illustrious 23-year career. Young, who started at Watford and represented Aston Villa, Manchester United, Inter Milan, Everton, and now Ipswich, shared his retirement news ahead of a potential final match for Ipswich at Portman Road. He started as a winger before becoming a fullback. He ends his career at Ipswich Town, having joined on a one-year deal in July 2025 after being released by Everton. The 40-year-old made his England debut in November 2007 and won 39 caps for the national team, scoring 7 goals. The highlight of Young's career was when he sealed his big move to Manchester United in 2011 and went on to spend 9 years at Old Trafford. And with that sports news, we conclude the news. But now remember, you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world via our website on www.absradiotelevision.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel on ABS Radio Television. Follow us on our social media handles at ABS Radio Television on Facebook, at ABS Radio TV, on Instagram, and on X. And here are the main points of the news once again. Speaker Udeze has celebrated workers, urges continued commitment. Anambra has moved to standardize local government legal services. UK High Commission has visited INEC, promotes credible 2027 elections. And Wajesha has condemned xenophobic attacks on Africans in South Africa. Note, Monday sit-at-home has ended in Anambra State. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has fully restored socio-economic and academic activities. With renewed confidence and sustained peace, Anambra is back on the path of progress and prosperity, a part of the success story. And that's the news. We thank you so much for watching. My name is Nonya Nwokoye. Good morning and have a blessed day. Happy Workers' Day.